my name's Amy. I've been practicing yoga for about 6 years, and I'm going to be taking you through your paces with from the beginning with your yoga. So just tell us what you want to get out of it, and how you're feeling, and what you're looking for out of yoga.
Yeah, well, I've never practiced yoga before. I've copied our Jummy Gas, some of his stretches he does before going on stage, because I've had a bad motorcycle accident. I broke my pelvis in 5 places, snapped my arm in 2. I've had a pin through my arm, and I'll show you. I can't even make me heels touch my bum.
Oh,
yeah, so. I need to get some get my body a little bit supple again. It's because it starts to seize up in old age. I feel like my knee ligaments are tight, and just generally being able to stretch and get some flexibility back into my body.
Right. Well, we'll definitely get that done for you. How are you feeling after Andy's workout the other night?
Yeah, no, he's. You know what? It looks really easy, because I used to be reasonably fit in my younger days. Like I said, I've done nothing for years and years.
Yeah, I've seen you bouncing around on stage.
Yeah, and when you see this, thinking, it's not really exercise, this. Because I don't feel like because he's not kind of broke me, but he has in a way, because all the exercises he's done, I can really feel all my body part, but not in like a horrible, painful way, but in a sort of nice pain.
Yeah, well, this will sort of get your body moving in the right way, get all your muscles moving in the right way. Yoga the premise of yoga, it's thousands and thousands of years old, and in sort of yogic terms, it means to yoke, means unison. So it's getting your body, your breath, your mind working all together, and it's trying to get all that chitter chatter out of your mind, so that
your internal dialogue, I call that.
Yeah. It's just so that getting your body so that it can move in the way that it's supposed to move, and regulating your breath and helping you with the breath regulation. That will really help you in your training as well, in your physical training. So it'll be great for everything.
And you were saying before that it really helps out mentally as well if you've got mental issues or feeling stressed out.
Yeah, massively. I noticed a difference in myself, coming from a personal point of view, like having a bit of anxiety, stressful in my full-time job, and just getting on the mat and even just breathing for a few minutes can really, really help, especially in lockdown, especially in the situation we've got at the moment. People are really on edge a little bit. They're feeling quite caged in by things. So it just really helps to sort of release the tension and just put things into perspective, and just to take some time for yourself to breathe as well, and to kind of time out from everything, from the news, from everything.
So what you're going to do with me today, is it like a gentle introduction into yoga then?
Yeah, I'm not going to push you too hard. We're just going to do some of the basic movements, the basic postures, and we call those asanas in Sanskrit. So we'll get you moving through some warriors and some warrior twos, and yeah, hopefully you will enjoy it, and it won't be too much or too strenuous for you at first.
Well, I like the sound of warriors.
Well,
yeah, because like I say, is you've got to start gently, and hopefully by the time you finish with me, I'll be supple young man again.
Get you doing the splits. Can do some.
No. Well, you know what? I'll give you £100 if you can get me doing the splits.
Right, you're on. Right, should we crack on then and get going? Yeah, right. So if you've got a little rolled up towel there, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a towel.
Yeah. Right. So if you want to put that, we're going to start seated. I hope you can still see me all right.
Yeah, I can see you.
You want to just pop the towel, come to a cross-legged position, and just pop the towel sort of underneath your sit bones. So you're not sat on it, you're just on the edge of it.
Oh God, even crossing my legs is hard.
Right, okay. So it doesn't matter how far your legs are up, but sitting on a block or a towel or whatever, will just help to elevate your hips, so that your knees can come a little bit further down onto the floor. But don't worry where your knees are at the moment. So just try and lengthen out your spine. Bring your hands to your knees.
I can't even get that leg up.
Don't worry about where your feet going. Just sit how you would normally sit cross-legged.
Right.
Yeah, okay, and bring your hands to your knees. All right, in fact, I'm just going to make this screen wider because I know I can put it into full screen. There we go, might be able to see you a bit better. All right, so we'll start off with some breathing exercises just to get your mind into the right space and the right frame of mind. So bringing your hands to your knees and just relax your shoulders. Yeah, nice, okay. Close your eyes and try and relax your forehead and relax your jaw. And then imagine that you've got this piece of string that's at the crown of your head and it's pulling you up towards the ceiling, so you're sitting up tall. So you're not slouching into your back, you're not rounding your back, you've got a nice straight spine, long through the sides of your body. Let's just roll the shoulders up to the ears and then allow them to relax down the back. Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, we'll take a deep breath in through your nose and then release it through your mouth. 2 more times, inhale, let it go. 1 more, inhale, and release. Okay, so with your eyes closed, just draw your focus to the space between your eyebrows, your third eye center, where your intuition lies. And then just begin breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Just allow your body to soften. Allow your mind to soften. And just observe how your body feels at this moment in time. And then on your next inhale, I want you to expand and take the breath in through your belly. So as you breathe in, your belly's going to rise. And as you breathe out, your belly's going to fall. Breathe in, belly rises. And breathe out, belly falls. And just keep doing this, slowing down the breath, making the breathing, each inhale and exhale, a little bit longer and a little bit deeper. And breathing in through the belly like this can feel a bit unnatural because a lot of the time we tend to breathe in through our chest. But it just helps us to slow things down, calm our nervous system. All right, 1 more breath in and then let it go. On your next inhale, I want you to take the breath in through the belly, so the belly expands, but then I want you to take it in through the chest, expanding through the rib cage. So you're taking the breath upwards now. And then as you exhale, release through your chest and allow your belly to fall. Inhale through your chest, through your belly. Exhale, release. 1 more time, breathe in, belly rises, chest expands, rib cage expands. And then let it go. And this time on the inhale, I want you to expand the belly, expand the chest, and then send the breath all the way to the crown of your head. Imagine you trying to sip in a little bit more breath as it rises up to the crown of your head and releases through the top of your head. And then as you breathe out, releasing the breath all the way back down.
And breathing out through your nose still, or your mouth?
Pardon?
Are you breathing out through your nose or your mouth?
Through your nose, but if you can't breathe out through your nose, if it's a bit blocked, just let it go through your mouth, you're all right.
Okay, that's okay.
All right, so 1 more of these. Breathe in all the way to the crown of your head. And then let it go. All right, So dip your chin towards your chest. And just come back to your normal rhythm of breathing. Flutter your eyes open. And then lift your gaze. All right, let's start to make some movements into the body now. So we're going to take an inhale. You're going to lift your arms all the way to the sky. Palms might touch above your head. Gaze comes up. Nice. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Lovely. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the hands all the way up. Exhale. Breathe in, send the arms high.
Surprisingly hard, that.
Yeah, send your, it is if you're not used to it. Relax your shoulders as well when you're doing it and gaze up towards your hands. Nice, okay. Breathe, bring your hands back to heart center. All right, let's just go into a few side stretch. So placing your right hand on the floor. I'm going to try and mirror you. I don't know which way you can see me, but yeah, okay. So take an inhale and lift your left arm high. Nice, okay. And on the exhale, you're going to bring it overhead. You're going to peel your left shoulder away from your ear. So allow it to come just slightly away from your ear so you can look up towards the ceiling. Nice, all right. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Plant that right hand back down on the floor. Or that left hand even. All right. Let's do the opposite side. Take an inhale, raise your right hand all the way to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring it over. Peel the right shoulder away from your ear and look up towards the sky. Nice, okay. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, plant it back down. All right. So we're going to come into a tabletop position now. So if you just remove your towels and your cushions from underneath your bum. And we'll come on to all fours. All right, so planting your hands on the floor. Yeah. You're spreading your fingers nice and wide, so they're gripping onto the mat. You want your shoulders stacked over your wrists, and then you want your knees stacked underneath your hips. Tops of your feet on the floor, and your feet are about hip distance apart. Okay, back's nice and straight. And we'll run through what we call some cats and cows to mobilize through the spine. All right, so when you take a deep breath in, you're going to just arch the spine, lift the tailbone to the ceiling, and your gaze might come up. Okay, and as you exhale, round the back, push the mat away, gaze comes towards your knees. Inhale, come back into your cow, lift the tailbone, gaze lifts. Exhale, you're coming into an angry cat back. So your gaze is coming towards your feet and you're drawing your belly button and your navel up towards your spine. Yeah, nice. One more time. Inhale, come into your cow. So you're lifting that gaze, shoulders are back, chest comes forwards. Exhale, round the spine. All right, inhale, come back to this tabletop position. Let's start moving into the legs now. So take an inhale, lengthen your right leg to the back of the room and flex your foot. Yeah, nice, okay. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose, round your back and see if you can touch your knee to your nose.
Touch your what, sorry?
Touch your knee to your nose.
To my nose?
Yeah. All right, and then on your inhale, send that leg back. And then your gaze comes back up. So send the leg back and flex through your right foot. Okay, do it again. Inhale, round that spine, so you're creating space. Bring your leg through, try and touch your nose with your knee. Exhale, sends the leg back. All right, one more time. Inhale, bring that knee in towards your nose. Okay, this time, I want you to bring that foot forwards and plant it in between your hands. So bring your right foot forwards and plant it in between your hands. Yeah, lovely, okay. So bring your toes a little bit, creep them a little bit further forward so you can see over your knee. All right, we're gonna take an inhale, you're gonna raise your arms high. All right, and then you're going to sink down into your hips. Keeping your hips square to the front of your mat. Relax your shoulders.
Yeah, you can feel that pulling your hamstrings and everything.
Good, good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. As you exhale, frame that right foot with your hands and then step it back. All right, nice. We're going to do it on the left-hand side. So grounding down through your hands, so making sure that your fingers are nice and wide and your shoulders are over your wrists. All right, take your left leg, lengthen it to the back of the room. Flex your left foot. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. So push the mat away from you and round your back. Nice. Inhale, lengthen that leg to the back of the room. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, lengthen the leg to the back of the room. Exhale, knee to nose. And then step that foot through. So step your left foot through. Left foot, other leg.
No.
Perfect. All right. Take an inhale and raise your arms high and come into this low lunge. So bring your foot further forward. Yeah, nice. Sink into your hips. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And then as you exhale, frame that front foot. And then step that left leg back. All right. So, you might like this one. Next, we're going to move into downward facing dog.
All right then.
Okay. So, tuck your toes.
Yeah.
On your inhale, I want you to hover your knees off the floor. And then on the exhale, you're going to lift your tailbone towards the ceiling and bring your head in between your arms and keep your knees bent. All right.
Together.
No, feet about hip distance apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. And so your head comes in between your biceps. You want to relax your shoulders. Yes, nice. Okay. Bending in your knees. Keep a little bend in your knees so you can send your tailbone towards the sky. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. It's really nice stretch on your hamstrings.
Good, good. All right. So lifting one heel and lowering the other heel. Just pedal out through your feet, like so.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then just come to a place of stillness. So just in your downward facing dog, gazing towards your feet. And then I want you to creep your hands back towards your feet. Keep your knees bent. And come into a forward fold at the back of your mat. So your chest is coming to touch your thighs, bending your knees, and let your head hang really heavy. Imagine that you're just letting everything go. You're just hanging out. All right, nice. And maybe bring your left hand to your right elbow and your right hand to your left elbow. Yeah, and then just rock it out, ragdoll yourself out. Imagine that you're just hanging out there in space. Nice, all right. So bending your knees, release your hands, allow them to come to the floor. We're going to take an inhale and come into a halfway lift. So you're going to straighten out your spine, you're going to straighten out your legs, hands come to your shins and the crown of your head is reaching forwards. Okay, exhale, bend your knees, forward fold, plant your hands on the floor. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time you're going to inhale, you're going to come all the way up to standing. So you're going to sweep your hands all the way above your head. Gaze might follow, palms might touch. Nice. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Lovely, relax your shoulders. Nice, okay. Let's take a walk to the top of your mat. Do you know what might be good actually?
Yeah.
Maybe put your mat on an angle so that we can see you doing the postures.
Not this way.
Yeah, perfect.
No.
Brilliant. All right, so come to the top.
I feel all my hamstrings, I feel really stretched and relaxed.
Oh, good. That's what you're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
Right, let's get moving then.
The muscles have stopped hurting.
They've stopped hurting.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they'll be hurting after this. No, I'm hoping that they won't. I'm hoping that you'll be relaxed. Right, let's come into what we call mountain posture, Tadasana. So it's bringing your big toes to touch and just allow a little bit of space in between your heels. So, yeah.
Toes are touching.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so we're facing the front of the mat. So come and face front of your mat. Yeah, nice. All right. Roll your shoulders away from your ears.
Yeah.
Stand up tall. Imagine that piece of string is pulling you up tall again. Palms facing forwards. Nice. All right. We're going to take a deep inhale and raise your hands high. You're going to exhale. You're going to forward fold. So you're going to hinge at your hips, keep your knees bent. Bring your chest to your thighs. Place your hands on the floor. Nice. Take an inhale. Come into a halfway lift. So flatten out that spine. Straighten your legs. All right, exhale, plant your hands on the floor. You're going to step back into a high plank. Nice, all right, so lift your bum slightly. Okay, you're going to take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes, and bring your chest onto the floor. Like you're doing a press up, but keep your elbows in at your rib cage. All right, drop your feet. Nice, okay. Engage through your glutes. So try and squeeze your glute muscles slightly. You're going to take an inhale and lift your chest. You come into a low cobra. We call this Bhujangasana in Sanskrit. Yeah. All right, exhale, lower. Gaze comes down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Take the weight out of your hands and engage through your glutes. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, lower. All right. This time, as you inhale, you feel all right?
Yeah, I can really feel my lower back being stretched.
Yeah, it's really good, nice little back bend this. Just, you don't need to do much movement, it's just a little bit of a lift of the chest and a lowering of the chest. All right? Yeah. This time, take an inhale, lift your chest, bend your knees, tuck your toes, and then send your tailbone high for that downward facing dog. So bring your head in between your biceps. Yes, nice. Right, now bend your knees slightly and lift that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Yep, and then relax your shoulders. Yeah, okay, right, lift your tailbone higher, bring your heels a little bit further down to the mat. Bend your knees. Try not to walk your hands too far in. So you want your hands to be about the same width as they would be when you're in a high plank. Okay, let's come into a high plank. Lift your bum slightly, yeah. And then send your tailbone high. But bend your knees. Yes, nice, okay. From here, take an inhale. Then as you exhale, creep your feet forwards. Come into a forward fold at the front of your mat. All right. Nice. Let your head hang heavy. Take an inhale, come to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, sweep your hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Nice, all right, we'll speed it up and we'll add some warriors in. Okay, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great, it's really nice.
Good, good. All right, so coming back, grounding through your feet, making sure you've got a good foundation with your feet. Take an inhale, raise your hands high. As you exhale, forward fold. So you're hinging at your hips, bending in your knees, chest comes to your thighs, hands come to the floor. Let your head hang. Take an inhale, come into a halfway lift. So you straighten out your legs, crown of your head reaches forwards. As you exhale, forward fold, plant your hand on the floor and step your right leg to the back of the mat. So both of your hands on the floor, yep, right leg. You're going to pivot that right foot. So the outer edge of your right foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Yes, nice, all right. And then you're going to take an inhale and windmill all the way over so that you come up into what we call Warrior 2. All right, so you want to be checking your alignment here. Shuffle that front foot forward slightly. Keep your back, yeah. So then you want to imagine someone's got a piece of string and they're pulling your back arm towards the back of your room. So you're straightening your torso out. Okay, gaze comes down your left middle finger. See if you can bend a little bit deeper into that front knee. Okay, and then shuffle that front foot forward so that your knee stacks on top of your ankle. You don't want the knee to be pushing forward, you want it to be right on top. And then ground down through your right little toe. Straighten your torso out.
Yeah, that one.
Are you all right?
Yeah, that was good, but I can really feel myself.
Right, relax your shoulders. Gaze down your left middle finger. Okay, we're going to stay here for 2 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, next, inhale. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Brilliant. We're going to windmill the arms over and frame the front foot.
Yeah.
Pivot on the back foot.
Yeah.
Coming into this nice like runner's lunge.
Yeah.
You take both of your toes pointing forwards. Then you're going to take an inhale and rise, come into a crescent lunge. Embrace those wobbles, Bez. Strong through those feet, ground down. All right, we're going to come into a balance. How's your balance?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, so you might want to just shuffle this back foot in slightly. Yep, we're going to move into warrior 3. So, don't worry if you wobble. Brace it all. Lift your hands high. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to shift the weight into that left foot. Lift the right foot. And straighten out the left leg. Bring your hands forwards. Come into warrior 3. Nice. Imagine you're on stage. Imagine you're just going to dive into that crowd.
I feel like I'm about to do a belly flop.
Keep breathing through the posture. Use your breath to steady you. Find something to focus on. Awesome. All right, breathe in. And as you exhale, plant that right foot back down again. Okay, lift the hands high. Take an inhale. Embrace those wobbles. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant your hands on the floor. Frame that front foot. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Come into a half lift as you inhale. And as you exhale, forward fold. And then take an inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. All right, brilliant. We're going to do the other side now. So you stay where you are. I'm just going to turn around so that so my back's not to you. So come back to the top of your mat.
Yeah.
All right, bring your feet together.
Together.
Yeah.
Little gap between the heels.
Yeah, perfect. Well done. All right. Imagine that you've got that piece of string. It's pulling you up tall, nice and straight, nice and long. All right, take a breath in. Raise your hands above your head. As you exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, bending your knees, chest to thighs. Let your head come heavy. All right, inhale, halfway lift. Flatten out your spine, crown of your head reaches forwards. As you exhale, plant your hands on the floor and then set your left leg to the back of the mat. Left leg, yeah. Perfect. Is that the leg that you did before?
No, this is another leg.
Right, brilliant. I'm rubbish with my left and right. All right. So from here, you're going to pivot on that left foot. Make sure the foot is parallel and then take an inhale and windmill over into a warrior 2 on this side. Yes, nice. All right. So check your alignment here. You want that knee stacked on top of your ankle.
Yeah.
Your feet want to be that foot wants to be slightly further forward.
Further forward.
Yeah, yes, perfect. Okay. That heel wants to be in line with the arch of your foot, your back foot. Straighten out your torso. Lift that back arm slightly. Yes, relax your shoulders. Gaze down your right middle finger. Nice. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, you're going to windmill your arms over and you're going to come back into that runner's lunge. So you're framing that front foot and you're coming onto your toes with the back foot.
Yeah.
So pivot. Yes, perfect. All right. Take an inhale and rise into this crescent lunge here. Strong through that front foot, engage through that thigh. All right, we're going to shift to warrior 3. So maybe shift that back foot in slightly. Yeah, okay. Take a breath in, raise your arms. And as you breathe out, shift the weight into that right foot, straighten out the right leg and send the left leg behind you. Flexing that left foot. Yes, find something to concentrate on. Embrace those wobbles, bears. Nice, well done, keep going. Keep breathing through the posture, really ground down through that foot. Brilliant, okay, inhale. And as you exhale, drop the back foot, come back into this crescent lunge. All right, inhale here. As you exhale, plant your hands on the floor. We're going to take a step back this time into a high plank. Okay, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. So send your tailbone high, yeah, keep your knees bent, yes, lovely. Lovely, okay. Take an inhale here. Then we're going to come down into child's pose. So knees come wide.
Yeah.
Big toes come to touch.
Yeah.
Sink your hips back to your heels and bring your chest onto the floor. Maybe your forehead comes down onto the floor as well. So sink those hips as far back.
Go forward and so my chest touches.
You don't.
Like that?
No, come back up.
Oh.
Untuck your toes, yeah. Bring your big toes to touch.
Yeah.
Sink your tailbone onto your toes. So imagine you coming, yeah, imagine like a little baby.
All right, yeah.
So you sort of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just bring,
Right.
you can put your forearms on the floor. Yeah, and then just bring your head onto the floor. Nice, yes. And just breathe here. Give yourself a little bit of a minute to just catch your breath. You feeling all right?
Yeah, it feels really good.
Good, all right. So we'll wrap it up for this time. So take an inhale and come up to a kneeling position. And then let's just swing round onto our bottoms and bring your legs out long.
Yeah, in kneeling, my bum don't touch the heels.
Well, that'll get better, I reckon, over time. By the end of it, I've told you, you're going to be doing the splits anyway by the end of this, so don't worry.
We've got a small bet on there.
Right. You can buy me a pint in the pub when they reopen.
All right then, that's a good.
Right, so flex your feet and allow your toes to come up towards the sky. You can bend in your knees if it's easier on your back to keep your back a bit straight. Yeah, we're going to come into a forward fold. So take an inhale and raise your hands high. And then as you exhale, you're just going to hinge at your hips. So try not to round through your back. You're just moving forward. You might only come here. That's fine. Maybe lower your hands to the floor. Just feel that lengthening through your lower back and through the backs of your legs, your hamstrings. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Next inhale, you're going to just creep your hands back. Come into this staff pose. We call this Dandasana in Sanskrit. And then we're going to come down into our final shape, our Shavasana, which is the best bit. It's where you get to relax and lie down. So bringing your arms out wide, out long even, and you're just going to roll down your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, onto your back. Nice and slowly. And then come to rest your head on the mat. Okay, bring your feet out wide. Just let your ankles and your feet hang out to the side. Bring your arms down the side of your body. And let your palms face up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale through your nose and let it go through your mouth. Close your eyes. Just relax your forehead, relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Maybe shuffle them down your back if they've been hiked up towards your ears. And just take another deep breath in and let it go. And this is your Shavasana. Just take a minute to set back in with your breath. Thank your body for all the work that it's done. This is a time when I normally put some little relaxing music on.
Yeah.
But
Some chill out music.
yeah, some chill out music, yeah.
Well, you know what I've been doing sometimes when I can't sleep on YouTube, you get that relaxing music what sends you off to sleep.
Yeah, I was going to put Hallelujah on, but I don't know if it's the right.
I don't think that's very relaxing though somehow.
Yeah. So once we
position for.
Pardon?
How long do you keep that last position for?
It depends how long your class has gone on. Usually would say about seven minutes. So you're just on the floor there, sort of relaxing for about 7 minutes. And you do find that that a lot of people might fall asleep in that bit.
Yeah. No, I could have dozed off there myself. But
Yeah,
that's something really nice. Like you say, I feel my hamstrings really stretched. It's a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's
you don't actually think that.
Come down a bit so I can see your face. There we go.
Yeah, you don't realise how difficult it is doing those stretches. It's a lot more physical than I imagined it was going to be.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people just think yoga is really just about like doing stretches and stuff, but it's so much more than that. You'll feel the benefit of it combined with all the sort of fitness stuff that you're doing with Andy. And I think you're doing some hypnosis as well, aren't you?
Yeah, because I've got the sugar and the cake. And as much as I try, when it gets to that 9 o'clock when you're watching the film, you're thinking what you've got in the snack cupboard.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm doing dry January at the moment, and it's killing me. So I'm just chocolate every day, every single day. It's like one vice for another. But I'll be looking forward to a nice glass of wine once it is over with. But chocolate in bed for me last night it was, which isn't good.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are doing the dry January, aren't they? I've heard of a lot of people doing it.
Are you doing it?
Well, I you know what? Before this started, I had one last Saturday of partying, and we had a little party, me and the missus at home, and then since I started the exercise, so I've not had a single drink.
Oh, good on you! Good on you.
So I'm going to try and. I can't say I'm never going to drink again because I just enjoy it so much.
Listen, we all do. We all enjoy our vices. Like I could. Yeah. This is a struggle for me. I think this is the longest I've gone without a drink since lockdown started last year.
Yeah. Well.
So I'm finding it a little bit strange to go this long without a drink. So I'm not perfect either. We've all got our.
Yeah, well, the first lockdown, I was drinking cider through that first lockdown, which I think did me no favours whatsoever.
It's full of sugar as well.
Yeah, but it tastes so good.
Get that hypnotist on. Get on the wine or the gin, Bez.
Yeah, but I think I can almost, when you're drinking the cider, you can almost feel the spirituality in the apples.
Definitely.
That's what I think anyway.
Well, definitely. They've come from the earth, they're on the tree, they fall down onto the ground. It's all nature. You're all right with all that.
Well, that's what I tell myself. An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
It does. Brilliant. Right, let's see. I'm not sure how long I've got left on this recording, but I think it should be almost finishing now. It's probably Zoom probably tells me that I've got like 5 minutes left at some point. I'm not really sure how long it's been on for. But how are you feeling after that? How's your body feel?
Yeah, it feels I feel a lot better. I feel like I've stretched some muscles, but I'm feeling really stiff and sore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a little taster and a little basic of the basic things that we would do. So next time, we can add some more things into it, maybe move a little bit faster and get you doing some more repetition with those postures so that you're feeling the benefit really in your muscles and the rest of your body.
Well, I thank you for being gentle with me on the first go. I actually really enjoyed it. It was really nice and it was relaxing. I could feel like muscles being stretched, and I felt like my posture was being like, no.
Yeah. Do you usually? It's sometimes a lot of the time, if we're sat down or if we're walking around, we can hunch. Especially if you're driving as well, you can hunch over. Or if you're sat at a desk or sat on the sofa, you might not be sat in the most correct way. So just trying to lengthen out your spine and straighten up your back can help with a lot of things as well. Yeah, and if your hamstrings are tight, then you'll be playing football and are you still playing football?
No, my footballing days are over. I played a couple of years ago and I couldn't walk for 3 days afterwards. But it's the walking football. But you know what I found as well, just even crossing my legs was the strain on my groins, from just doing crossing my legs.
Yeah. That'll be your hips. So we'll get some, next week we'll do some work into your hips where we can try and get those to be a bit more open. Hips are always a bit of I don't want to say problem area, but a lot of people store a lot of emotions in the hips. So you might regress to your past life.
I may end up in tears.
Well, it's been known, it has been known. So don't worry if you do. If you feel that release of like that cathartic emotion at the end of it, then just let it all go.
Well, it's because I broke my pelvis in 5 places in 1999 it was. I've never really done any work on I've done cycling and things like that to get my legs going, but I've never worked on my hips before.
Yeah, it's a really good area to get working into because it'll give you a lot more mobility as well for when you're training and just in day-to-day life, when you're dancing on stage, when you're back on tour.
Up and down, get a bit of swivel going.
Exactly, you'll be showing them how to do it.
I feel like Tom Jones before you know it.
Brilliant. All right, nice one, Bez. Well, with that said, have you got any more questions or anything?
Oh no, I look forward to our next session and thank you very much for taking me through the bases.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. If there's anything you need or you've got any questions, just give me a ring or give me a text and I'll try and answer them.
And what should I do in the week? Should I be doing any stretches in the week like that, do you think?
Yeah, you can do. You can maybe just practice maybe just even practice sitting and getting your posture right, getting your posture like better in a seated position. So if you said you were going to buy yourself a little block, so this is like a yoga block, it's just like a brick basically, and you can get like softer ones and bigger ones than that. So you could practice just sitting on it and maybe bringing your soles of your feet together and then just allowing your knees to come out to the sides. That will really help to open your hips as well.
Right, so and where do you put your arms? Just on your
shin or elbows into your knees.
Yeah.
Like that. You can do this in bed as well. You can do it when you're watching telly. You can if you lay down in bed, you can just bring the soles of your feet together and just lie like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Really good for opening your hips.
Yeah, I'll do that because, like I say, I can't even get my knees anywhere near the floor. That's for sure.
One day, I'm telling you, I'm still working on it 6 years in, but one day you will.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Amy, for everything, and I'll see you next time.
No worries. Take it easy, Bez.
Have your Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, you too. See you later.
All right. Ciao for now. Bye.
Bye.